it was. Yeah. So I would definitely live over there.
Okay. Did you like the guests?
I really enjoyed speaking with them. So I think they were from Canada, and she was from America, and so we had a long conversation about like all the different languages and like different accents of English, because I have more like an English Great Britain accent, and they had an American accent, the host, and then they had a Canadian accent, and then we were speaking about the Aussies, and so it was quite fun.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Now, we're going to take a step back, and this is more of a general question, not really specific to your experience with Utah Airbnb. General Airbnb. Now, before you decide to book a lodging establishment, why you decide to choose Airbnb and not hotels?
So I will always compare Airbnb and a hotel, and then I will look at the price and the location, and the reviews. And with those three standpoints, I will make my decision. So, for example, I will stay in Copenhagen now with my family, and I looked up hotels and compared them, and then looked up Airbnbs, and they were quite the same of a price. And then for me, and the hotel was more in the city center than the Airbnb. So for me, the hotel, or in this kind, it's a kind of hotel hostel, I would take the hotel. But if the Airbnb was in this spot, I would rather take the Airbnb if it's like the same price. If it's much more cheaper, the Airbnb, I will take the Airbnb. But sometimes it's a hassle with the Airbnb because you have to follow the check-in procedures the host is giving you. Most of the times I had a really good experience because they were really accommodating with everything. But sometimes they are a little strict. And so you don't want to get in like the hassle in communicating with them, because we are arriving back from a cruise, and then you don't know how early you can move in, what you can do with your luggage, because we are arriving in the morning, and most of the times they will only let you in after 3 p.m. and then charge you for luggage, and therefore we choose the hostel because sometimes they are more accommodating over there.
Okay.
And with the check-in, I also had it sometimes that I would just get like a code for a locker, and they would lock the key over there, and I could just enter it, and I really found it really good, because then I can arrive whenever I want to.
Okay, very good. Fair enough.
Is this answering your question?
Yeah, I'm trying, if I'm pausing, it's because I'm trying to ask follow-up questions to see if I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, why are you staying with Airbnb and not any other similar lodging properties?
So I know from HomeAway, for example, or like in Germany it's Fevo Direkt. It's like the same brand. And I have a really good experience with Airbnb, and I heard some really bad experience with HomeAway, because the difference is that at HomeAway, I think you pay in advance, and it goes directly to the host. And in Airbnb, I know I pay Airbnb, and they will pay the host after I left. So if I have any issues, I can talk to the management of Airbnb, and they were really helpful when I had a problem. And so I'm having a trust in the brand of Airbnb.
So you actually heard bad things about HomeAway?
Yes, I did.
Okay, but you've never heard bad things about Airbnb?
It depends. So yes, you hear some bad things about Airbnb, but it always has a positive ending.
Okay.
Because they were so if something is wrong, you can speak with them, chat with them, and they will respond really quickly. And if I'm sending a response out, I want a quick response. And for me, this is customer service, and I would rather pay the service fee of Airbnb And also the fees and everything is really clear on the Airbnb. And so I'm liking it.
So the people you heard the negative things
Yeah.
from for HomeAway, were they friends and families?
Yes, they were friends.
Oh, they were friends.
Yeah, was neighborhood friends back in Germany.
Okay. All right. Now,
And I kind of had, so I was trying to stay with Airbnb also when I went to St. Petersburg in Florida. And it was a kind of a strange experience because I wrote them and they were only offering the room for 3 nights. But in the period I was staying in, the room was only available for 2 nights. So I was asking them, can you offer me the room also for 2 nights? And they were like, sure, we can. But they didn't lower the price. So they were making me pay the same amount of money for 1 night less.
okay. Did you pay it?
No.
Okay.
Because in this way, I don't want to be fooled. If he would increase the price, like, yes, of course you can stay with us, but a night will be like $10 more expensive, I would understand it, but not like the complete price.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how the pricing strategy is working out, but I think it's more like a host-related topic than rather like the system of Airbnb.
Okay. Very good. Now, when you want to see with Airbnb every single time, every single of the 15 times, what are the factors that influence your decision and your final choice? In other words, what are you looking for when you're deciding and browsing between houses and you're like, I don't want this one, this is good. Okay, they're the 2 finales, now I don't
In
want
Airbnb?
this one. Yes.
So it's mostly on location
Okay.
and the price
Okay.
in first place, and then I will look at the reviews afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like to stay in the city center if I'm in a city, and if I'm outside of a city, there aren't many options.
Correct.
So if I'm outside of the city, I will look for the cheapest price with the best reviews.
Okay. When you say location,
Yeah.
can you elaborate? What do you mean by location? What about location? What aspects of location?
So, for example, if I'm going in a city, the city center is really broad, therefore I understand your question. But there are some or some like sites I want to see. And also, if it's a bigger city, I will look on the subway tube map and I will see where the closest stations are and what is best for me, for my planning and everything. Because I'm a German, I'm an organizing freak, and so I plan everything far in advance. So when I'm at my destination, I don't have to worry about everything. But I don't plan everything because I want to chat with my host or like,
Sure.
yeah. But like the main sites, if you're in London, you have to see Big Ben, you have to see the London Eye, and then there are some things you can accommodate in between.
Okay. Very good. Maybe I can ask that here. Huh? I ask it later. Okay. So location, price, and reviews. Anything else?
So with reviews, you could also see like the pictures they have posted over there. Because I will judge the pictures on my behalf, and then I also will make like my decision. So for me, it counts in kind of reviews.
Is it the pictures that the host has posted or the traveler has?
The host has posted.
Okay.
Because I'm not I haven't seen too many pictures from the reviews on the Airbnb.
So you look at the pictures of the host too?
I look at the pictures of the host and like the description and everything. So it's like when I'm looking at a object, I'm looking at everything they're providing me on like the Airbnb site, and then I will go to Google Maps or the Airbnb map. But sometimes the Airbnb map isn't showing you like the tube stops or like the subway stops, what is nearby, and so because Airbnb is just showing you like a circle where it might be, It's just